So the second example I'd like to share with you is a fiction text called Tractionman and the Beach Odyssey. But again, I'm just exempling. You could use this approach with any storybook at all. It's a great inclusive way for all children. Every child in the class will benefit. Quite often children don't necessarily have the imagination or the real experience to base their learning on, and we want them to use their imagination in class, but they've not had the experience to attach the meaning to, so we have to create bring it alive with real objects. Often as well, children find it hard to sit still and look at pictures that are being held at a distance, and this way they can feel the objects, smell the objects, explore the objects more easily. I've used the idea of a storybook. I've made lots of these just based on a normal bucket, and I've added a bucket apron which you can buy from Amazon, and it's just got pockets in. A great way for children to explore. So really based on the idea of a story bag, but the pockets are a great exploration, aren't they? And each one's got a blank ID card with the label of what's in the pocket just velcroed on. So you can use this for lots of other stories as well once one's finished with. And they can either feel the initial letter, look at the initial letter, read the whole word, wherever they're up to. So this is a story about a little boy who goes on a holiday to the seaside. Here he is. So the children can hold the little boy while he's telling the story. And it's the story of the little boy taking Tractionman on his holiday. So Tractionman and his mate Scrubbing Brush have to do an equipment check. So I bought a second-hand tin from a charity shop, a lovely little tin like this, and I filled it with all the things that are in the picture in the book. So he takes his hoop hose with him, he takes his hobble nobble biscuits, he takes his soup, he's got binoculars, he's got a head torch because he's going to dig to the centre of the earth, so he needs a head torch to be able to see. He takes his scuba suit and his breathing bottle and breathing mask that I've just made out of a plastic bottle, a bit of tubing from IKEA, and a breathing mask from the bottom of the bottle as well. And here's his checklist, nice bright coloured checklist. He can tick it off or put a star when he's checked it. This is a great sorter, teaching children to be organised, to sequence as well. Unfortunately, Tractionman gets carried away when he's on the beach, and he gets swept away by the sea, and he ends up going underwater, which is why it's a good job he's got his scuba suit with him, and he meets lots of sea creatures under the sea. So there's some of those for the children to find in the pockets. And his dog Truffles is with him and helps him to escape from the cave, and he ends up washed up on the beach in a sandcastle that's owned by some dollies. And the dollies love ice cream, and they look after Tractionman and they help him out of their castle, and then he digs a big hole to the centre of the earth. So there's his spade and there's his goggles to wear to protect himself, and in the base of the bucket there's big gloves to wear and a high-vis jacket so he can be seen, and a bucket to collect the articles from the centre of the earth, and a hard hat to protect himself with. And they use a flip-flop, and they carry a flip-flop above their head to go and dig the rubble out. So it's a great multi-sensory experience. There's smelly shells that the children can find on the beach, the little boy finds on the beach. And there's shapes to feel, there's tactile exploration, fine motor skills, and a great story to create out of those objects. But I think story buckets are a great way of bringing a multisensory experience to the child, and it makes it meaningful, it's concrete, it's about people, places, activities, form, shape, size, colour, and it's fun, and it's a great way of learning, and it's inclusive of all children.